What is up, YouTube? Thank you for joining us on a special video today. I got lots of things planned for you. I'm focus. There we go. Let's try that again. What is up, YouTube? Thank you for joining us today. We got a lot of special things to go over with you today. Very excited about this video. 5 of my favorite and 5 of the best budgeting tips that you should use if you want to be a Lego collector. Now, I'm saying this because I know Lego is expensive. I'm saying this because I've been there where you can't afford Lego but you want one, or you don't know which sets to buy because you may want one coming out later. All of that stuff I'm going to go over today. 5 steps to help you budget better for your Lego to give you the most value for your purchases, the most bang for your buck. So with that, let's go ahead and just get started. Number 1, maximize your opportunities with the Lego VIP point system as well with Target receipts. Now, I kind of put those two together because for those of you that don't know, I covered this in a video earlier, but Target has teamed up with Lego where you can upload your receipts to Target or to lego.com if you're a VIP member, and you can redeem 1 point for every dollar that you have spent at Target for your Lego VIP. And then you can ultimately use those points towards your new sets. Now, I put that one with double VIP points for Lego for a number of reasons. 1, Lego only does double VIP points every now and again. So you want to make sure that you have a stash of cash basically saved up, so when those VIP points are doubled, you can get more bang for your buck. Now, what do I mean by that? So just this past week, Lego had double VIP points. But before that, they had just released a really awesome set. The Hocus Pocus set had just come out. Everybody wanted it. I wanted it. Day one, I wanted to buy it. At midnight, when they got released to VIP members, early access, I wanted to go on and buy it. But I didn't. I waited. You know, you always want to be that first one. You want to be at the front of the pack. But waiting is often more valuable. What I mean by that is because I waited, obviously we all know it went out of stock early on. I didn't get it. I didn't get it first. I saw people posting pictures about it. But I waited. Just this past week, double VIP points was announced, went on, I scooped it up, and on top of that, I got a lot of great gift with purchases. So utilizing those double VIP points can be huge. I got so many double VIP points that when I go in August to buy some more sets, I'm gonna get a huge discount. Number 2, how to maximize your budget for Lego. Stack up your VIP points. And what I mean by that is, a lot of times, a lot of my sets I have purchased using VIP points. It doesn't do a ton, but it does significantly lower that price. When I went and bought the Sanctum, I had a bill that was close to $500. However, because I've been saving up my VIP points, I got that down to right around $300. So I got a huge discount. That allowed me to not just get the Sanctum, but a number of other sets as well. Plus you get VIP points on top of that. So another great thing. It's like getting money back for your next purchases. Number 3, follow and subscribe to YouTubers who talk about Lego constantly. I have learned a ton. One of my favorites was Briq Foundation. He hasn't uploaded in a long time, but he was always very intuitive when it came to early access. He would release the gift with purchase calendar, which I know Lego doesn't necessarily do anymore, but he also would give you very good descriptions on what sets were coming out and when they were expecting to come out. Because of that, I was able to kind of schedule when I was going to make my purchases. And that allowed me to get the sets that I really wanted and bypass the sets that were going to be impulse buys. Number 4, one of my favorite pastimes now that I've gotten into. This was not something that I always did. This was something that I kind of gotten into lately for a number of reasons. 1, I have a very close friend. I went to college with him. He moved to Tennessee when I moved to Tennessee. We moved here together. He is always thrifted. He loves to go to Goodwill, thrift stores. Anytime we're in a new city or area, he loves to go looking through those. He buys stuff, goes to flea markets, buys that stuff, turns around and flips it on eBay, and he makes a great living doing it. What I have kind of started doing is going to a number of the stores. If you watched the video earlier that I did where I find my favorite discounted Lego, you can see where I go when I often find cheaper sets. And when I do find cheaper sets, I pick them up. You'll just notice, released a video the other day about it, finding an Avatar set for $20, found a Star Wars set for $20 off, but even before that, I was finding retired sets for 80% off. So here's just a little bit of my backlog that I have. This flower pot was a gift with purchase. This Disney set I bought $5.76. It retailed at $20. I'll be able to get some more for that later. This was a Christmas gift with purchase. I don't plan on using that. I plan on selling that. Look at this. Infinity Saga. It comes with Iron Man pepper pots. Got it for $5. I got it for $6. This thing was retailing at like $40. And then on top of that, this Technic John Deere. This still retails at $30 to $40. Again, $6. I got 2 gift with purchases there. You know, so I have a good amount of these sets that I either got for free, gift with purchases, or that I paid very little for. And I don't plan on opening all of those. I do tend to open some of the gift with purchases. For instance, there's a couple. I mean, there's Ray's Castaway, Forest View Hideout. I do keep some of them and I do open them, and I also give them to my kids. But if I duplicate them or if I get more, like I just got the Bionicle one, I have no interest in that. So I'm going to wait until they retire or until they go off the market, and then I'm going to sell them at a slightly higher price. Usually I don't sell them for too much. It's not like I try to jack up the rates or anything. But if I'm able to find a $40 set for $5, I can make a $35 profit on that. Where do I sell them? Typically, I sell them on eBay and Facebook Marketplace. I found the most success on those 2 sites. I usually started off Facebook Marketplace, let it ride for about a week or 2. If I don't get any hits, then I put it on eBay. Pretty typically, it goes pretty fast like that. That then allows me to take the money I make there, put it into an account that then later lets me buy more Lego. Funny how that works, huh? So that's a tip that I advise everybody to do. Watch out for the Lego sets out there. Watch the price dip. When you see a good deal, snag it up, and if you don't love it, you can invest in it and then sell it for later. And my final piece of advice when you're budgeting for Lego: don't get caught up in all the hype. Just because everybody wants a set doesn't mean you need that set. Just because it is a set that's going hot right now does not mean it's never going to be around. Remember, Lego tends to keep their best-selling sets on the shelf as long as possible. It's the ones that don't do well that they rip off the shelf early. So just because you don't get it right away doesn't mean you can't save for it. Save, save, save. Budget a little bit of money each month, and then you'll be able to buy it. Now, if you're able to budget, time the double VIP points, and then mix in a little bit of that saving, or a little bit of those stashing away the smaller sets and reselling them, you can turn a small amount of money into a pretty large amount to go for a large Lego haul. Also, and this one took me a minute to kind of get used to, when I first started collecting Lego again as an adult, I wanted to buy everything. I didn't care if it was big, little. If I saw it and I thought it was cool, I bought it. The more I did that, the more I realized if I don't buy these sets that I don't really love, that I really don't have interest in displaying, and they end up going into bins and being bricked apart for pieces later, why buy them? Would you rather have $500 sets or a $70 set, an $80 set, a $50 set, $30 set, a couple $30 sets, a $100 set? All of that adds up to a very large Lego purchase. You know, you can get the tree house or Forest View Hideout or a modular, anything like that, if you save and you don't buy and waste it on sets that you really don't love. Buy the sets you love, build them, enjoy them, and don't necessarily just do it for the future value of them. If you're doing it just for the future value of it, then it becomes a job or a career, and you're losing the fun of what Lego is all about. So, if you want to start budgeting correctly for your Lego, I advise you to start doing some of these. The reason I say that is because I was making these same mistakes before. But I've been collecting Lego for a number of years now, all the way before when I was a kid, and then I grew up a little bit, stopped when I went to college and all of that, and then I got back into it, but that's another story for another time. If you're smart about the way you buy your Lego, you can extend your money very far and get a lot of cool sets, just like I've got here. But I'll even give you a free tip on top of that. I started recollecting Lego during COVID, basically. A little bit before here and there, but heavily in COVID. What I started doing was, being that I'm married, I have a wife, I have in-laws, I have parents, I started asking them for gift cards or for smaller sets or birthdays, anniversary gifts, Christmas, all those holidays that you get gifts for. I started asking in-laws and relatives, parents for gift cards to specific stores so then I could go save, or I could go buy them and get the sets that I really want. And that has stretched so far. I can't tell you how many I've gotten. For instance, the bait shop. That was a gift that I got. I had a $100 gift card to Barnes & Noble, and I saw that on the rack, and I picked that up for a huge discount. What else do we have up here? Let's see. This is Boba Fett's throne room. That was a birthday gift from my wife a couple of years ago. Now, the Disney Castle, Winnie the Pooh set, those were Christmas gifts that I got from my wife, but I like to keep them in here. Then again, Star Wars and Avatar, those two were heavily discounted. The Technic one up there, that's buying up for $5, heavily discounted. But let's see what else. Both Friends sets were gifts. The Friends apartment, that was a gift from my dad for Christmas last year. The Friends apartment, I believe that was a gift from an in-law that they got it for me from, again, Barnes & Noble, I believe. Don't quote me on that. I just think that. The Office, I bought The Office myself. I just loved that set. Same with Seinfeld and Lion Knight's Castle. The Medieval Blacksmith, that was a gift from my wife for one of our anniversaries. Birch Books, bought that, that was gifted to me for Christmas. The Assembly Square was for Christmas. Corner Garage was because I had COVID, and that was a gift from my mom, a Get Well Better gift. So as you can see, I got a lot of mine as gifts in the first place, but then a lot of them I really saved up. Again, Bowser, that was a gift for the birthday this year for my kids, you know. So there are a lot of different ways, but if you budget, you can really grasp control of what Lego sets you want and when you get to get them. So just keep those in mind. Look, I hope this helps. I hope you learned something, and I hope you're able to take one or two or all of these aspects and apply them to you collecting Lego. I know Lego is expensive, trust me. As a kid growing up, I wanted every Lego set I could, but I never got them because they were so expensive and we couldn't afford them. Now I'm an adult, now I have a real job, a career, and I get to budget a little bit of this money, and then I get to build them with my kids, and it's brought back such great memories as a kid, and I'm hoping it creates great memories for them. I hope this video gives some insight to my subscribers, or if you're watching this and you haven't subscribed yet, I hope it gives you some insight on how to properly budget from my mistakes, so that way you can learn and you can grow your Lego collection. Let me know in the comments if you learned something, if you apply these already, or if you have other budgeting tricks and guidelines that you follow, because I would love to learn them as well. Let me know if this helps anybody. Let me know if anybody is going to start planning budgeting using this. I love hearing from you guys in the comments. It makes my day when I get to go through and read. Longer the paragraphs you guys write, the better. It's such a better connection to me. So thank you guys so much for that. As always, stay creative. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, drop a sub, and I can't wait to see you guys tomorrow. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you tomorrow.